Hey, so yesterday I released my video on Three Good Men, and I just wanted to show you guys the top lists. So today I'm just showing you the lists. These lists are, to my best knowledge, not publicly available. So going to show you the top lists for the two teams that won the events, the best access and the best allies. But I'm sorry, I can't give you a link for them. So that's what we're doing. Let me just find the lists for you. Here we go. Right. So this is Team Wales. It was Gary Morgan, Paul Wickens, and Gervin. So definitely, as soon as I saw these players on the team, I knew that they had something. And Gary had brought his duck, Deutsche Afrika Korps, and Paul Wickens, Japanese, Kwantung Army, which is the theater selector where you get access to cavalry, and Gervin had brought Romanians. So you can also see here that the dice for each army is pretty high. So 16, 15, 15. Theme scores are low, which means that the TO team evaluated these as being fairly competitive and not like thematic lists, right? And you'll see here, look at this. This is the body count. 78 men for the Japanese army. Very, very high, right? Right. Then, if you look at the duck one over here, you can see that Gary, he brings, the auto includes, you have the Brandenburgers, you have the Pioneers. These two units are really good for Germans, but expensive. So the rest of it he fills out with Schützen squads. This, I think, is the way to run competitive Germans. If you can take a theater platoon, take the DAK light, what's that called? Light division or something like that. Um, and then you get access to these brilliant Schützen who have free LMG, which is just awesome. He takes them as 6-man units, um, and he's even bought extra LMGs for some of the units here, which I would not do, but I feel like this is a very good version of a list build that we don't see often, but I call it camping Germans. I borrowed that term from the South Africans. Then there's a regular spotter medium, regular mortar medium with a spotter, regular artillery piece with a spotter, medium again, and then Aufklärungsunits. So these are the motorcycle guys, I think. Yeah, MGs, rifle commands. Yeah, I think they're the motorcycle guys. A Panzer III, that's the Dakar Panzer, and a heavy field car for the engineers. Very tight list. It's got a counter punch, but mostly it'll just sit back and shoot with all those machine guns. Paul Wickens, he is Japanese here, should be a horde. We have IGA regulars, 15 man. Wow, big units, regulars, big units again. 10 regular Manchukuo cavalry. So he's not a real true horde, and the lieutenant even is on horseback as well. He's not a true horde. He is regular spam here, which is a nice variation on it. It means you're a little bit more survivable, but at the same time, your units can be rather big. 2 IGN veteran scout teams. I don't know if these can forward deploy. I think they can. If they can, that's so he's trying to win the forward deployment game as well. Sniper team, flamethrower team. Yeah. I often see by now flamethrower teams. They have mostly left other lists, but for Japanese, I often see them being taken because you, as a Japanese player, you often don't want to take an engineer squad in your infantry choices because the infantry is just like buy the other stuff, right? It's really good. So you get a flamethrower team just to have something there. Medium mortar with a spotter. Look at this, Brits running their medium mortars with spotters everywhere. 3 suicide anti-tankers. They are the inexperienced guys. 14 points per man. Type 98. Is that an? Yeah, it's a light autocannon. It's an anti-air gun. Type 87 with double machine guns. That is a light Dakar tank. And that's it. Infantry spam here. And then the final one was Gervin's Romanians. So he's bringing double pioneers, 7-men flamethrower, and SMGs. Cavalry. Gervin, you absolute maniac. Romanian cavalry. How often do you see that, guys? Late war something? I can't read what that is. Late war section. So that's got access to a Panzerfaust as well. A sniper, a heavy mortar with a spotter, and then this is what you can do here. Look, like medium artillery piece, because Romanians, of course, get a free artillery piece, and he's bought a spotter for that. So now he's at 3 HE shots per turn, which is brilliant. Regular STK 222. Panzer 38T. I like my Panzer 38s. Brilliant. SDK set 7/1. It's got autocannons times 4. That's insane. That must be him taking, because with Romania you also get access to buying something from the Axis powers. So I think that must be his German choice here. 2 horse-drawn limbers to tow his guns and a truck for the pioneers. Brilliant. So that was Team Wales. Team Wales won the event. Very unusual, isn't it? With Japanese and Germans and Romanians, they won the event. Now, second list was the top Allied power, and that was the Birmingham something. So I'm just sliding along. We have the other lists here. I'll give you a little bit of a view of what's going on. So this was Phil Brewer, Alan Welch, and Jenny Curran. And then there were the Northern Monkeys, Gaz, Mike, and Colin, with Savoia Cavalleria, Bamboo Spears, and Waffen-SS. And Nottingham Casuals with Marcus Vine, Ed, and who was the last player? Somebody playing Belgium here. Very casual, guys. Very casual. Pegasus Warlords, of course, here. Hungarians, Germany, and Japan. And the South End club itself with Simon, Russell, and Andrew. Russell bringing Greeks. yeah, Australians, Greeks, Australians, and Brits. Okay, so the Brits is definitely the most competitive army of these. I can't believe it's not Fubar, Michael, Charlie, and Michael. US, and Soviets. Like, notice this, at the tournament, you could bring 2 of the same nation if you were bringing different theaters. So, that's what that is. Then we have Stone Sword, which is Romanian allied, British Maoris, and Russia Silo Heights. Silo Heights being the most competitive one. And look, the team scores are very low for this team here. And then we get to it. Birmingham Spitfires. Let me just show you the seagulls over here. Jacob Wright, Tom Fletcher, and David. So SS Relief Force Budapest and Karen Tan. Right. Now, the Birmingham Spitfires, they were the ones who... Whoa, sorry. My handling is way off here. The Birmingham Spitfires, they won the top Allied. And you can see a little low on the theme scores here. We've got British Burma, Gurkhas, of course, of an atom. We've got Partisans, France, and we've got British Gliders, tough as old boots. So British Gliders being the most thematic of these lists. The Partisan and Gurkhas are not, as they are built here, very thematic. And the Gurkha list at 1100 points is at 15 order dice, a little low for me. but I think that's because he's spending points on veterans. Partisans at 17 order dice, yeah, you can get a lot of bodies. You look at that, 72 bodies in the partisan list. And the British Glider Platoon also has 19 order dice, 61 bodies. That's a lot of dudes. Now, the Gurkha list here is full of Gurkhas, of course. There's 3 units of Gurkhas, 2 of them 7-man units, 1 of them a 5-man unit. So I'm guessing there'll be a brain carrier for them to sit in. Lieutenant, a regular lieutenant though, and the forward artillery observer. He's got a sniper as well, medium mortar, 25-pounder, both with spotters. Oh, yep, here we go. That is why he's relatively low on order dice. He's bought a Lee, 220 points, but you do get 2 anti-tank gunshots. A quad tractor and double Bren carriers and an Indian pattern, what's that called? It's like a Bren carrier, but with wheels instead. Double NMPs on all of these. What's sitting in them? We've got the engineers, and we've got the veteran Gurkhas, and I am guessing the lieutenant. That's why he's regular, so that you can shoot the LMG. Then the partisan list here, close to my own heart. I love my partisans. This is an inexperienced lieutenant, 2 men. He's got 4 partisan men with Panzerfaust and 7 SMGs. Wow, that is a lot of firepower. And then 2 Pistolero units here, inexperienced 15-man units. He's got a sniper, regular, flamethrower, regular. That is one of the flamethrowers that has bad maintenance, so you run out on a 1 and a 2. Mine always does. Medium mortar, inexperienced, no spotter. That's the way to run one. A bazooka team, yes, I always take one of these. Light arty, and a Panzerwerfer, which I think is the only competitive tank choice you can take, because partisan tanks always become unreliable. So just buy them in X. And what do you want to buy in X? Well, I'll take a multi launcher then. And 4 trucks with MNGs, madness, 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 madness. That is a lot of trucks, 1 for each of these partisan units. And then the final one here, the glider unit. The British Glider platoon here, tough as old boots, air landing, 3 of those, 4 of those, 5 of those. So 3 are 7-man units, 8-man units. 1 is a 7-man unit, 1 is a 5-man unit. It's got the forward artillery observer for free, of course. Second lieutenant, regular. Double sniper, because that's what you can take with a air landing platoon. Double medium mortar with spotter, double PEAD, double light howitzer, and an airborne recce jeep, 2 of those. Finally, 2 jeeps as well. That'll be for the PEADs. And that's it. Very nice and tidy list. I like the competitiveness of this as well. The infantry is not very killy, but very, very solid with tough as old boots. You don't want to go in close combat with them. They've got extra machine guns, so that they've got 2 machine guns, so that the extra attacks can come from their submachine guns. So they have tough fighter as well. So that will mean 4 tough fighter attacks. Yeah, don't go into close combat against these guys. But I mean, double up on all of this. This is just brilliant, right? They of course lack a tank, but they do have the 2 PEADs in the jeeps, so they can throw them against enemy tanks, and then just enjoy having 4 HE shots a turn. Right, that was what I wanted to show you today. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.